Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video we have the baby Duke with us, the Duke 125. The best thing I like about KTMs are, whether it is the Duke 125 or the Scalpel 790, the build quality is absolutely premium. There is no compromise at all. So on that note, let's start with the review. But before that, special thanks to KTM Baner for providing us this bike for this review. You can visit their dealership without any worry because they will keep your safety in mind. They are sanitizing all the bikes inside the showroom as well as the bikes available for test rides. Now if you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. Also, if you are new to us, you can go ahead and check out our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages. We would love to have a chat with you. So the Duke 125 in its BS6 variant carries the same looks from the Generation 1 Duke. That means you get a halogen headlamp and a halogen DRL. Along with that are the LED turn indicators. Now as I said, whether it is the Duke 125 or the 790, everything has been taken care of. So that means the Duke 125 also gets upside down forks by WP, 43 mm at sharp. With that is a MRF Revs 110/70 mounted on a 17-inch orange color alloy wheel. Now as this Duke gets just 125cc engine, you get a single channel ABS with it, and the front disc brake is 300 mm. So that is sufficient enough to bring this bike to a stop. From the side profile as well, it carries the same retro Duke look. Well, I say retro because it still gets the Generation 1 looks. However, in the European market, now the Duke 125 looks just like the Duke 390. So this Duke gets a 10.5 litre fuel tank and has a claimed fuel efficiency of somewhere around 40 kmpl. And powering it is a 124cc DOSC 4-valve engine which is liquid cooled and is mated with a 6-speed gearbox. Well, no bike in this segment gets it, neither the liquid cooling nor the 6-speed gearbox. Now this motor generates a maximum power of 14.5 PS at 9250 RPM and has a peak torque of 12 Nm at 8000 RPM. The complete bike sits on a steel trellis frame. It is not a split steel trellis, it's just a steel trellis frame and weighs 141 kgs. Now the Duke 125 gets a 175 mm ground clearance, which is decent enough considering that the exhaust pipe design has changed. It has a catcon fitted in it and an underbelly exhaust which sounds like this. And just like all the Dukes, this one also gets a split step-up seat, but this one is very comfortable. If you notice closely, KTM has made this bike more of an urban commuter because the tank size is reduced as well as the ground clearance has increased and the comfort has also increased. And to increase the comfort is a 7-step adjustable WP monoshock suspension which is softly sprung. The bike gets a cast aluminium swing arm and the rear tire is 150/60 R17. It is an MRF Revs radial tire mounted on a 17-inch orange coated alloy wheel. Along with that is a 230 mm disc brake with biber calipers. Now the rear disc also gets an ABS sensor, but it is a single channel ABS setup. What do you think about the rear end? Well, it is the same as the Generation 1 Duke. So you have the LED tail light and the LED turn indicators. Now let's hop onto the saddle and check out if something has changed over there. So it gets a digital tachometer, digital speedometer and gear position indicator. Now in the center you get an information display where you get various informations like low oil pressure, low fuel level, high coolant pressure, side stand down information. On the left lower side is the engine temperature gauge and on the right lower side is the fuel gauge. And above this digital instrument cluster you have multiple indicator lamps for engine malfunction, shift warning light, neutral indicator, turn signal indicator and high beam indicator. On the right side you have the general warning light, the ABS warning light and the immobilizer indicator lamp. Coming to the handlebar now, you have an IP address over here. If you put it in your browser, you can connect to this bike. I'm just kidding. This is not an IP address. Anyways, on the right hand side you have the kill switch and the single touch self start button. The left hand side is the pass switch, the headlight control, the turn indicator control and the horn. Single tone, very loud horn. Time for me to test what this 125cc engine can do. Are you ready for it? But before we go on a ride, don't forget to wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules. on this bike feels like the first generation Duke 200. The wide handlebars, the slightly rear set foot pegs, the orange backlit instrument cluster, but the seat is much softer on this bike than the Duke 200 first generation. Also, it gets the Duke 125 stickers. Rest all feels the same. I remember when the Duke was launched in India, it had a good fan following and it still continues. Apart from that, the engine is a small one, but it is highly equipped and most advanced engine in the 125cc segment. Unfortunately, despite of all this, the initial pick on the bike is really slow. With the introduction to BS6, the power delivery has taken a hit. This bike pulls good in the mid-range but exhausts out in top. I feel there is a reason to it. Because it is a fully loaded bike, just like its elder sibling, it puts on some real good weight, which definitely reduces the power to weight ratio, keeping in mind it is a 125cc engine. If KTM strategically trims out few things from this bike, it will become more light as well as much more pocket friendly. Yeah, but who am I kidding? The bike will lose its KTM charm and no one wants that to happen. Overall, the bike feels very smooth and refined to ride with absolutely no vibrations whatsoever. The gearbox is amazing, 6-speed unit just like the other KTMs. There is no problem in aggressive shifting. Along with that, the clutch is very smooth and on a lighter side, making it easy to ride in the cities. The brakes on this bike are spot on. I feel they are too much for this bike. They bring the bike to a standstill in no time. The rear brake has a good bite and feedback. It does get RLP, that is rear wheel lift off protection, in case you punch the front brake real hard. Because the front one has a great bite and stopping power. The single channel ABS works really well, and just like other KTMs, it won't intrude unless required. As the Duke 125 is also KTM, it gets the WP suspensions. And guess what? They are slightly on a stiffer side, giving it the KTM handling characteristics and making it fun to ride. It handles really well and is easy to take into the corners. However, when you pull it out from the corner, because the engine is small, it feels slightly underpowered at this point of time. I mean, the handling characteristics and everything is perfect, but the engine feels slightly small. It might be because I just rode the 390. Well, all said and done, it is a beginner's bike and is a decent package in those terms. The build quality is very premium and so is the bike. So if you are a KTM fanboy and love the orange machine, then don't think twice, just go for it. Or if you are having some budget problems but still want to go for a KTM, then this is the bike for you. And don't worry, because this bike sells good, because it has all the features that no bike in the 125cc segment has. Along with that, it has the premium quality of KTM to offer. But if you are looking for a slightly powerful and bigger engine in this budget, check out the Blue Rival. Our ride with the Duke 125 has come to an end, and I see only one downfall with this bike. Its Blue Rival is available at 3000 less and has more power to deliver and more torque to offer. Along with that, it is 3 kgs lighter than this bike. So a wiser choice would be upgrade to a Duke 200. It is just 30k more and it gets a new design language altogether. But then at last the choice is yours, because if you want to ride this home, you will have to pay 1.42 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. And this bike is offered in 2 colors, orange and black. Anyways, with that said, our review has come to an end. I hope you did like this video and you have given it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also get in touch with us on our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages. And if you still have any queries, you can put it in the comment section below or just get in touch with us on our social media pages. We'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.